This Ohio News and Weather Forecast update is brought to you by Rural First, the leader in rural lending.
This place means everything to us. This is where we come together. We do all of our birthdays out here. We grill hamburgers and hot dogs. We fish. I was about to give up. I was about to think that the property wasn't going to become mine. Rural First specializes in solving the problems. I made the call, and the rest is history. It was done. It made everything easy. Questions answered, walked me through the process. It was done. When I'm here, just feel peace. That's all it means to me. Peace.
Good morning. Happy Veterans Day. Mark Spencer from Ohio News and Weather for November 11th, 2025. Well, it's pretty cold out there this morning. If you haven't been out yet, quite chilly. You're going to want the winter weather gear. Temperatures in the 20s in most places. Good news, the lake effect snow will come to an end today, but that cold air is going to remain in place today. Good news, however, on that front, it's going to turn warmer by later this week and perhaps even into next week as well. And we'll take a look at that along with what things might look like in December. We'll get pretty active. We'll have a look at that in just a moment. First, our live storm track radar showing the lake effect snow showers across northeastern Ohio, generally from downtown Cleveland across the east suburbs into portions of Geauga, northern Portage, and northern Summit counties. Not expecting too much accumulation today, a couple inches or so. We did see some snowfall reports this morning, generally about 3 to 5 inches overnight, couple spots closer to 7. So that's all inland, higher terrain, by the way, across Geauga County for much of that. We are going to see the winds begin to shift a little bit more westerly today, and we're kind of picking up on that here as we get some moisture across the western basin of Lake Erie. You may see some light snow showers moving into the eastern portion of Lorain, western Cuyahoga County, and northern Medina County, and that could even translate into central Summit County as well. That could produce a quick coating or so. If you are traveling today, if something looks wet out there on the pavement, it's ice. I know this from experience this morning. So if you're going to be driving out and about and something looks a little glossy, it's icy. So definitely be careful, especially on those bridges and overpasses. Looking across the rest of the region here today, this is temperature in the background. Generally 20s here in the pinks, 30s up here with the blues. Again, here's our lake effect snow. There's that streamer of lake effect coming off of Lake Huron, getting into portions of northwestern PA and western New York. That pushes snow inland into the mountains as well. Good news, all that's coming to an end, which is great. Quiet elsewhere across the Buckeye State this morning. Current temperatures, chilly, we're 30, Cleveland and Toledo, upper 20s, 27, 28 is pretty common across the state. 25 in Dayton, 26 in Lima, kind of our cooler spots right now. When you factor in the wind, whoo, man, definitely grab that winter weather gear. It's cold out there. Generally the mid and upper teens for wind chills. Chilly western Ohio, 13, 14, Lima, Dayton respectively. So quite chilly out there right now as you head out. Going to want that winter weather gear through the day. Our Skycam network, this one courtesy of Northwest Ohio Broadband in Greenville. What a gorgeous morning out there in Greenville. A beautiful fall sky, some filtered sun with some mid and high level clouds and that coating of snow. Absolutely gorgeous out there in Greenville this morning. A little further north in Toledo, this one courtesy of Amplex Internet. Downtown Toledo is looking gorgeous this morning. Look at that fall sky, some sun out there as well. We're going to see this view through the morning. We're going to see additional clouds kind of build in a little bit this afternoon. And we'll have a mix of sun and clouds across a good portion of Ohio today. All right, our future radar. Here's our lake effect snow. It's going to exit out of here by about mid-afternoon, and then we'll have this little trough move across the Great Lakes. We've talked about this the past day or so now, and that could produce some snow later tonight, and then we may see a transition to rain or a mix of rain and snow for your day on Wednesday. I do want to point out, though, watch what happens across northwestern and central Ohio. We're going to see a little pockets of precip here come up. This model's kind of hitting at some freezing drizzle later tonight and very early Wednesday morning. So definitely be very careful with that. If you do run across some spots that look wet, they're probably going to be frozen, so they'd be a little bit slippery. So we're going to keep that in mind. Portions of northwestern and central Ohio could see some pockets of freezing drizzle overnight tonight. All right, for today across Ohio, not too bad. Snow for Cleveland and Youngstown, but kind of a mixed bag overall to be on and off. It'll be out of here a little after lunchtime. Otherwise, a mix of sun and clouds across the state. Highs generally in the mid 30s for most of it, upper 30s across southern Ohio. Overnight tonight will generally stay quiet. Could see some snow across northern Ohio. Could see some of that freezing drizzle. Northwestern central Ohio, lows very close to freezing or maybe just above it there along the Ohio River. Speaking of temperatures, over the next 6 to 10 days, this goes through November 20th, we are going to warm up. A good chance of warming up too across Ohio, which is great. That'll bring us into the 40s and the 50s and maybe even some 60s across southern Ohio. We're talking like 60, 62, but yeah, man, that means a little bit more active as well. So precip chances going up as well. This is generally going to be in the form of rain because we're going to be above freezing. So that's good news, I guess. I'm not talking about moving snow, not yet anyways, but that could change. Looking at our upper air anomalies as we go through about the end of the year, kind of getting warm there late this month into the beginning of December, and then right after that, we see these blues. That's low pressure essentially aloft, and that's going to make for a very active pattern across the Great Lakes into the Northeast through almost Christmas. This is going to change a lot, but do note that we are going to see some of that warmer weather with the reds there and that yellow, that's higher pressure, and then there's that, again, that lower pressure. This is going to be a very active pattern early December. Looking about December 3rd, December 4th, right in that area for things to start and lasting for at least a few days. Very cold there. That's that air exiting right now that we have. What's this look like at the surface? Our temperature anomaly at the surface, we're definitely going to warm up several degrees above average here, about 5 to 7 degrees above average through about the end of the month. Then we'll be near average, and there's that cooler air lining up with that low pressure, those blues we saw earlier. This is colder air, about 3 to 5 degrees below normal, maybe a little bit more than that in some spots. Could that mean snow? It's possible. It also could mean rain. It's all going to depend on how some of these systems track and where a couple other things are set up. But definitely stay tuned for the latest. Hey, want to send a shout out to you guys, all of our followers. Thank you. Over the past week, we've had a massive increase in views, 7 million views, 2,500 new followers, and 325 new app downloads across Apple and Android. If you haven't already, download that Ohio News and Weather app to your device today. Let your friends and family know as well. And if you're new to us, welcome. Thanks for following us. Definitely pass it along. And yeah, have a great day and stay with Ohio News and Weather for the very latest.